Today I want to talk about 11 tools that every small business owner needs to survive and thrive in difficult times. I've always said that there are two types of businesses. One that has gone through difficult times and the others that are about to. And I think all of us at this point have found ourselves in difficult and uncertain times. So let's talk about 4 attitudes and 7 actions that help you survive and thrive through difficult times. The first one is the attitude of being present, to be there. Your employees, your team, your staff needs to know that you are engaged. They need to know that you are just not there physically, but you are there mentally, that you are there to lead. You are present. You understand what's happening to the best of your ability, and you are engaged. Very important for your team to know that. The second attitude is to be positive. I'm not talking about a pie-in-the-sky positivity, but I'm talking about this positive action, this positive attitude that says, everyone's going to be okay. We are going to make it one way or another. It is going to be okay. The next attitude would be being realistic. So you have to be positive, but you also have to be realistic. And being realistic would be something like this. I know that we're facing difficult times. I realize things are going to be really, really tough. But we are going to make it. We are going to get through this together. And so it is this being present, and it is being positive and being realistic. They're all very crucial attitudes for you to take. And I would add one more attitude to that, and that is be prepared to do things in a new way. To do things in a new way. Business as usual is over right now. It may come back to some point. Hopefully it won't. Hopefully it will come back in a better way. During this time, we will learn to be innovative. One of the things I see a lot of the mechanics doing are picking your car up and taking it back to their shop, repairing it, and then dropping it back off. Great idea, great way to think outside of the box and to be a little bit different. Very exciting to see that. Let's talk about some actions now that I think are really, really crucial during this time. And that is, number 1, to over-communicate. Be clear and be decisive. You cannot communicate enough. People are wondering, your team, your employees, your vendors, your customers, they're all wanting to know what you are doing. And they can't do that unless you clearly communicate and over-communicate. If you think you've communicated to your staff enough, you probably haven't. You need to continue to communicate. The second thing is to cement current relationships with your current customers. Get on the phone, call them, see what they need. See how you could best provide for them according to them. Don't just try to come up with some strategy or idea that they don't need or would not be helpful to them. Find out from your current customers how you could be of service to them. Reach out to them. Cement that relationship during this time. Really, really important. Rethink your business. As I mentioned, these mechanics, they've rethought some ways. How can you do things differently? Many times we think that our processes and our systems are really good. And it's not until we are forced to rethink them that we might be able to come up with a better way. So rethink, get with your team and rethink some of the ways you've been doing business. The next thing is to increase your promotions and your sales activity. This is not a time to hunker down. This is not a time to hide. This is not a time to hibernate. Yes, you are going to have to do things and approach these tactics differently, but increase your promotion, increase your strategies to reach out to your customers, your sales. How could we do it differently? Could I offer a different package? Could we lengthen terms? Could we, whatever we could do, but begin to think about increasing your promotions and your sales activity. The other thing you could do is invest in your business. I know some people that have taken this time to paint their stores, to buy new equipment, or to clean up their equipment, to reorganize their floor plans, to enhance the signage or enhance their properties, enhance your website. There's a lot of ways you could invest in your business during this time. The next thing would be to invest in you. I cannot overstate how important self-care is during this time. When you're well rested and when you are healthy and when you are emotionally strong, you make better decisions and you're a better leader. So a couple of things I'd encourage you to do is to eat well, is to exercise, is to rest, is to spend some time away from your TV and from your online presence and just simply rest and take a break and get yourself renewed, get yourself encouraged, get yourself in a healthy and in a positive way. And finally, find a mentor or an advisor, someone that you can trust in. So these positive attitudes I've been talking about and all of these things, there's a lot of fluidity to that. Sometimes you're better than others. Some hours you hear this news and you're really stunned by it, and it takes you a little time to get over it. It's really important at that point that you have someone that you can talk to, somebody that you can trust, to just talk about what's going on in your head. And sometimes just the talking about it brings clarity and brings understanding. So those are 4 attitudes and 7 actions that you can begin to implement in your business during these difficult times to not only survive, but to thrive. Thanks for listening.